this version of your speech was just like totally rad, girl. You masterfully took the feedback from 2 weeks ago when you first gave this speech and incorporated almost everything we talked about in the feedback session, including your head frame. You did a great job with that new introduction. It was so sleek having just the title behind you, and it really brought you to the forefront where we could see your facial expressions, and it was amazing. Lovely hand gestures. Almost all of them were in frame. There were a couple times that you dipped where we just saw your fingers, but for the most part, your hand gestures were all in frame. You did a nice job in this version, adding more drama. You talked about the divorce and the affair. Super saucy. Your goal of eye contact. For your consideration, you still need a little bit of work on this. When you watch the video replay, you'll see that you're down at an angle quite often. And a note for all of us is either lift your computer up or open a Word doc and have it right up by your webcam. As right now, I'm just looking to the left and grabbing my note for her. I'm not looking down or to a side monitor. That can be very distracting for your guests. And it was only when you were grabbing your note, which is something you can completely fix. A note for all of us also is when you're addressing your audience in those transition times, sometimes it's nice to use facial expressions. You were a little bit monotone on your facial expression. You kept it pretty serious. But when you were talking about the affair or the saucy bits, you could have done a little bit more with that facial expression to get the audience engagement on the fun parts. But otherwise, you did a really great job incorporating historical facts with humor and advice and how the story went. It's really hard sometimes to deliver a speech on a historical topic. It can be a little dry, but adding in all those components really took the speech to the next level. You also asked questions this time in your close, and I really liked that, kind of setting it up for when we saw you in the Tower of London. It was had much more impact seeing you there after you'd been doing all this research. The promotion of the book this time was much smoother. I loved how you just went from the questions to the photo of you right into the book promotion. It wasn't salesy. I didn't feel like I had to hit the buy button, but I want to. You just created such intrigue around this project. I can't wait to buy the book. And I saw a lot of other Toastmasters doing the same thing. So congratulations on your book launch. And as always, to give a nod to our member, Georgina, who is on break, great job, Madame Teresa. Thank you.